It says in the passage here that when the second trumpet is blown, something like a great mountain, burning with fire, was thrown into the sea. So what is this something like a great mountain? Blazing, burning with fire. Now most end-time Bible scholars believe that this is referring to a huge asteroid, a large asteroid. On entering the Earth's atmosphere, the air friction rubbing against its combustible surface will set it on fire. Otherwise, when you see asteroid moving through space, there is no fire. We do not know what material asteroids are made of. I think different asteroids are made of different material, but apparently this one, when it crashes into the Earth's atmosphere, its interaction with the heat and friction of the air will cause it to light up, to burn, okay? Now, astrophysicists and astronomers have never ruled out that asteroids may one day hit the Earth, okay? They believe that it had happened before. Okay, if you we are pointed out in certain documentaries when they survey the geography of certain land masses and all that, there are huge craters, very likely made by asteroids and meteorites hitting the Earth many, perhaps thousands of years ago. Now there have been a lot of chatter about an asteroid named Apophis, after the Egyptian god of chaos, coming very close to the Earth on the 13th of April 2029. It will come within 31,000 kilometers of the Earth's surface. Some will say, 31,000 kilometers, that is a great distance away. But it is not really a great distance in astronomical terms. That distance is nearer than many geosynchronous communication satellites that are currently orbiting the Earth. Okay, it is even nearer than many of the satellites that our space agencies have, like NASA, have put it up there. While the NASA scientists claim that Apophis will not hit the Earth, 31,000 kilometers, very near, but it will not hit the Earth. But you can never be sure. One can never be sure of that. Their calculation can be a little bit off. Besides, if the asteroid Apophis is hit by another space object, it could alter its trajectory, and it can come towards crash into the Earth. Things like that can happen. Now, Apophis is estimated to weigh about 20 million tons. That is heavy. It measures 340 meters across. It is like the size of a 100-story skyscraper. It is traveling at a speed of 45,000 kilometers per hour. That is really fast. I tell you why that is really fast. Because that is 10 times the speed of a bullet. 10 times the speed of a bullet. Can you imagine that? A big asteroid flying through space at such a speed, 10 times faster than the speed of a bullet. So I want you to imagine the destruction that Apophis will cause if it crashes into the Earth. Scientists estimated the impact of the explosion will release an explosion equivalent to 1.2 billion tons, not million, 1.2 billion tons of TNT. How big is that? I really don't know. But then when I read further, I understand that that is as much energy as all the world's nuclear weapons. Combined, you take the nuclear weapons of United States of America, Russia, UK, France, you take all these nuclear weapons and put them together, okay? And if you ignite them all at the same time, it is equivalent to when Apophis crashes into the Earth. Now, I'm not saying that the asteroid Apophis will crash into the Earth. I'm just using it as an example of how scary it can be if a giant asteroid crashes into the Earth. And in the passage, we are told that this asteroid crashes into the ocean, crashes into the sea. While the first judgment affects the land, the second trumpet judgment affects the sea. And I think that the impact of an asteroid crashing into the sea is greater, far greater than if it crashes onto the land, because the oceans and most of the seas are interconnected with one another. The shock and immense pressure generated by the impact will be transmitted through water currents to all the oceans and all the seas that are connected to each other. So imagine what will happen. The world will witness the biggest tsunami, the biggest tidal wave ever produced. And it will not just be happening in one ocean or one sea. It will happen in many of these oceans and seas. The destruction and collateral damages will be mind-blowing. 1/3 of the seas will become blood. 1/3 of the sea creatures will die. And 1/3 of the ships will be destroyed. That is massive. 1/3 will be destroyed. That is massive. You can imagine the ramifications. Seafood supplies will be severely affected. No more chili crab, no more sashimi, no more lobster, no more sambal stingrays. Marine transportation, I know I'm speaking to mostly Singaporeans here. So in order to let you know the seriousness of the damage, I got to talk to you about seafood. So anyway, marine transportation will be largely crippled. There will not be enough ships for transporting cargoes. Supply chains will be adversely affected. Supplies of food, energy like oil and gas, and raw material for construction, for production, all sort of production will be severely hampered. Trade and commerce will slow down. Prices will shoot through the roof. The already faltering economy will crash further. So sometimes we look at a certain judgment, we look at a certain catastrophe, and we say that, wow, that is bad. That is really bad. But we must also think of the collateral damages. We must also think about what other effects it will cause. And you realize that there is a chain reaction and a lot of things will be affected.